What's up, guys? Everyone having fun tonight? Yeah. All right, hell yeah. Yeah, I like having fun. I had a fun childhood. Like growing up, my dad used to let me steer his car. And I thought that was so cool. I felt badass. Like 9 years old, steering my dad's car. Like, what a cool dad. What a great role model. But then I grew up and I realized he was just drunk. And I was his Dee. Good times. But speaking of my dad, you guys want to hear a dad joke? All right, it's silly, it's really silly, but every night before bed, my father used to say, "Well, it's time to hit the hay." Hay was my nickname. Yeah, it's actually a sad dad joke. But here's a real dad joke, here's a real one. So a mortician, right? A mortician was running out of dead bodies, and his funeral home was going out of business. So to stay profitable, he grabbed a knife and started killing the people who investigate dead bodies. Yeah, he really had to cut corners. Here's another. So I used to have a very dangerous addiction where I would drive really fast in the wintertime. I still love the thrill of it, But one day, while speeding, a large bird covered in snow jumped right in front of my car. That's when I decided I had to stop cold turkey. The ahs are correct. That's the only correct response. It only gets dumber from here. Speaking of driving, the other day while I was driving, I passed by a sign that said "Caution, speed bumps ahead." Then I proceeded to immediately forget that I read that sign, went way too fast, and accidentally ran over a bunch of people doing cocaine. Speed bumps. Fuck it, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. I just got over having tonsillitis, guys. I'm rusty, all right? It sucked having tonsillitis. I couldn't talk for weeks. The only saving grace about having tonsillitis is that I could finally relate to my girlfriend because I couldn't swallow. She gets a throat infection, it's the whole thing. I guess you could say that she has a nut allergy. Am I right? Somebody, you guys are eating. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you. Yes. I've been dealing with a lot of shit lately. Right before I had tonsillitis, I had another medical issue that I was dealing with. Really embarrassing, I don't want to talk about it. My balls hurt, okay? My balls hurt very bad. I actually went to the ER because they hurt so bad, and I was worried that one of them might have twisted. I'm not sure if you know this, but your balls can twist. And if that happens, you have hours to fix it, or they can die. So two lives are on the line here, guys. Stakes were high. But luckily that wasn't the case. But in order to find that out, I had to get an ultrasound done, which basically consisted of a really nice old lady rubbing my balls for 20 minutes. Yeah, it was not a good time. It was very weird, pretty awkward. Only came twice. But it was also kind of funny because during the ultrasound, I was cracking jokes the whole time. Classic me trying to keep it light. And I was saying stuff like, "Oh, looks like it's going to be twins." "Well, geez, at least buy me dinner first." Am I right? I farted. She didn't like that one. Yeah, she was going to find out. So. She also really didn't like it when I peed and told her my water broke. Yeah, it was a really weird time, very strange experience. Like, I haven't had that many grown adults touch my testicles in a 24-hour period since, Bible camp. All right, I'll stop talking about my balls, I'm sorry. So anyway, I jerk off a lot. Yeah, that's right, I jerk off a lot. It's kind of a problem. I think about it all the time. I'll be at work and all this, but thinking oh man, we're gonna finally go home and rub one out, I get so impatient. So a lot of times, I'll get off at 4 and then I'll leave work at 5. Yeah, just a joke about jerking off on the clock. Let's go. All right. I'm just joking though, I don't jerk off that much. I mean, I do, but like an average amount, you know, like a healthy amount. And also, I've never jerked off on the clock before. Well, all right, one time, everyone calm down. There was one time I did do that. It was kind of traumatizing, actually. I got caught jerking off on the clock. It was embarrassing. My grandma was pissed. She was like, what the fuck? That was an antique. That's right, I joke about jerking off on a literal clock. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go. Another thing I've been dealing with lately, I have really bad sleep anxiety. Yeah, it sucks, it's a problem. It's very hard for me to get to bed at night. But you know, ironically, the one thing that helps to knock me out is watching Bill Cosby specials. He roofied people if you don't. No, I'm just joking. I really do have sleep anxiety though. What's called somnophobia. It's the fear of falling asleep and never waking up again. And it sucks. Like, do you know what it's like to be afraid of something that you have to do every day or you die? Right? Like people with other fears, they don't have to deal with the kind of stuff. You know, like for example, someone who's homophobic and scared of bunnies doesn't have to put on a furry suit, watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit and blow a dude every night. You know? Just to survive. But it helps me sleep, so I do it, okay? Yeah, it's the only thing that works. I'm also scared of the dentist. Anybody else here like that? Any of you guys like the dentist? Yeah, I do. My dentist is just always so rude to me. You know, like every time I go to visit him, he's all like, it's 3 a.m., get out of my apartment. I was like, I'm already in my furry suit. We had plans. What the fuck? How am I supposed to sleep?